It's championship season here in Nassau County Hockey, and a 1-0 series lead for Syosset over Friends Academy. It's Game 2, only on News 12 Varsity. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Dylan Butler, I'm Dan Savarino. Thanks so much for joining us here from the town of Oyster Bay Rink. And Dylan, two teams last year down here. 2 years ago, they get themselves to the finals. Syosset winning in the Michelino, Friends losing in the Liberty. Now they meet once again in the Game 2, and what a fun Game 2 this is going to be.
Yeah, without a doubt. And look, maybe this is a magical rink for Syosset because, of course, a couple of years ago they won the Michelino, beating Long Beach at the rink right on the ice right behind us. So they've got some experienced guys still back from that team. And Friends, yes, they're a team trending upwards, absolutely. Even if they don't win this series or win this game, they've got a team and a program that's certainly building up to some high standards.
Yeah, only the 4th year of their rebirth of a program, and now they get themselves another championship title. And guess what? A guy who has started every single game is between the pipes in Christian Barakat.
One of the best goalies in all of Nassau County, and that's a nice luxury to have, a guy that has taken ownership of the net, who has taken up residence in that net for 4 years and certainly has played in some big games. This, though, arguably the biggest.
Same thing can be said on the other side. Jake Temkin was on the bench watching them win a Michelino championship 2 years ago. Now he's the starting netminder, and really, you hear from everybody, he might be the best goalie in all of Nassau County.
Maybe the best goalie that nobody's really talking about, right? So he's got a lot to prove in this game, and yeah, he's been great all season long. Look, Syosset has been that team from day one right up until this second game. They've been the dominant team in their Liberty. Which goalie, though, will prevail?
When we come back, we'll drop the puck here at game number 2, only on News 12 Varsity.
The love, yeah, it's in our souls. The passion, it's in the cheers. And in that pivotal moment, we live and die with every pass, block, steal, and game-winning dunk. And we wouldn't want it any other way. Don't miss a minute. Download the News 12 Varsity app today.
We are live from Bethpage, Long Island, New York. This is the Liberty Division Championship game, only on News 12 Varsity. And today, the #1 seed Syosset Braves and the Friends Academy Quakers, the 3rd seed going into this tournament, will meet in game number 2. Hi again, everybody. Dan Savarino, Dylan Butler. Thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening. First of 2 games here, Dylan, in Nassau County. Liberty Division Finals to begin this. Game 1 goes to Syosset, a team that lost only once all season, a 5-2 victory.
Yeah, no, and it's Syosset. Last time we saw them here in a county final, they beat Long Beach in the Michelino Division Championship a couple years ago. And, of course, Friends pulling off that upset win over Levittown. We all thought it would be, for sure, Syosset Levittown for most of the season. But Gunnar Esiason's guys found a way, and they've got themselves here in the county final.
Esiason, a first-year head coach for Friends. To our left, Jeff Sumzik, the 2nd-year head coach for the Braves. In goal to our left, it's Jake Temkin, maybe one of the best netminders in this entire division. To our right, Christian Barakat. Pretty much the same exact thing for him. Sticks down, puck down, underway, fresh 15 minutes on the clock. Thanks so much for joining us here on News 12 Varsity. Well, Dylan, Syosset, besides dropping that second-to-last regular season game, they really were rolling through this entire division, a team that loves to chip and chase, quick line changes, just a grinded-out kind of effort.
Yeah, and you know, we expect probably the same here. You mentioned the 2 netminders, of course, 2 of the best around. Expect them both to be tested and certainly some early nerves. So you want to get that first shift in, first puck on net, maybe get that first hit to shake off some of those butterflies.
Turnovers were a problem the other night. Here's a shot missing wide left. Cody Johnston after a turnover by Friends Academy. Sauce back out to the middle of the ice, and then pinching in is J.D. Anderson. He gets rung up into the boards on a good hit from Andrew Hartog, the left defenseman. Dylan talking to Esiason this morning. He was telling me, of course, the speed is there. Quick shot. Temkin makes a left flipper stop on that attempt from Max Evans, who maybe is one of the best scorers in this entire region. 36 goals in the regular season.
Yeah, those are ridiculous numbers. And, you know, for Friends Academy, with the firepower Syosset has, they certainly need to limit those turnovers, and they can ill afford to give the Braves more opportunities at net.
Shot from the point gets stopped by Shabab. Cross ice pass here, center point. Fredrich shoots, and a stop made by Barakat, the 4-year starter who has played in every single game since Friends Academy had pretty much a rebirth, a team that was very active throughout the 80s and into the 90s. And now they're playing in their second championship game in the 4 years of this program.
Yeah, if there's a guy that's not going to feel nerves, it's certainly Barakat, as you said. He's been in that cage. You know, sometimes they talk about rentals. He's owned that cage for the past 4 years.
Touch with a high stick, so a whistle will come. Face off back out to the neutral zone. Well, meanwhile, Syosset, and talking to Jeff Sumzik during the year, I mean, he even told me, Friends as a team, you don't want to play in a semifinal. That's why it was so important for them to lock up that #1 seed. Well, guess what? There's a reason why, because Friends Academy defeating Levittown, the overtime winner from Catone, 25 seconds in.
That's part of the reason why I say, you know, it's an upset, but it's almost a mild upset, right?
Top of the slot, missing wide left is Max Evans.
I'll tell you what, I'm loving these Friends jerseys.
Like both of them tonight.
Yeah.
Flying down the left wing, David Tell, the captain, pops it high in the air after a save. Goes south of the goal. And now here's Cresamani, one of those do-it-all kind of players, 12 goals throughout the regular season.
I feel like I'm watching BU here.
Well, I don't think Gunner's going to like that too much.
I know, a BC guy, but that's what we're looking at.
Back in the neutral zone, sauced back towards the middle of the ice where David Tell, one of the captains, can end up taking it up and move it ahead to Max Dorkin. Dorkin throws a puck right on net, and Barakat will make the stop. Friends Academy does not mind seeing shots from the point. It's all about 40 feet out there. Okay, he's expected to make the first save, but do not allow that garbage goal in front.
And on top of that, if you give him a free look, he's going to make that save. You have to get numbers in front of the net and maybe get a deflection, maybe get one of those gritty goals.
Levittown's face-off win got a shot, but it did not reach the net. Working down deep, Connor Phoebish gets pushed up into the boards by Levittown, the centerman on this line. Pinching in from right point, Shabab. He'll be helped out as a couple of guys come together, 2-on-2, kept in just inside the blue line. That looked like almost like a knuckle puck going his way. And the shot from the point from Levittown, who had to move back. Scoring first so important in this contest because Syosset is not used to playing from behind. They did have to play from behind in game #1. It was a 1-0 lead and a pretty good effort from Friends Academy on Monday night, less than 24 hours after the dramatic overtime winner a couple of days before. Well, really a night before. Levittown will move it back to Shabab. The blue liner, outlet a pass, up the middle of the sheet, Cody Johnson. Offsides.
Yeah, you know, you're right. Just about kind of the game's coming fast and furious, Dan. You know, you go from, hey, it's time for the playoffs to 3 days later, you're in game 2 of the finals. And I think the teams that certainly have the shorter shifts, have a deeper bench, they're going to be better for it in game 2 and maybe even a mini game.
Again, Friends Academy wins this game. We will play that 10-minute mini game that will follow. That is your game 3. It's not a sudden death. It is a full period pretty much of hockey. And the winner of that game is crowned champions. But that, again, is only if Friends Academy wins this contest. Hit the side of the netting, and you heard it as Cutterback, one of the younger players, many freshmen on this team, including one which was a key injury coming late in the season, the very last game of the regular season. Henry Satfield. Anderson, cross ice, and the centering pass was stopped. Believe it was Tell who was cutting. Oh, check that, it was Peck who was cutting right towards the net, the other co-captain.
Yeah, Barakat lost his lid, a collision of bodies in front. He's all right, though.
So a right circle faceoff will come. Peck could tell the only two seniors on this team, and the only two besides Temkin who were involved in that Michelino championship back in 2015 when they swept Long Beach, as Dylan, you alluded to before. Temkin was a backup then. Now he might be the best goalie in the conference. Looking to move it out. They won't do so. Another turnover. J.D. Anderson. Sent down low, played off the boards. Throwing a body is DePaul. Soccered ahead, but not all the way out, and now they get a chance to rush. Phoebish, the captain, down the right wing, puts the shoulder down, trying to draw something. Centering pass, kept in just inside the blue line. Hartog gets it on Cage, trickles wide.
And that puck deflected off a Syosset defenseman in front.
Along the near half wall, it's J.D. Anderson, who's been very noticeable so far in this first period. Loses a handle on the biscuit, taken back the other way for Hartog, the sophomore blue liner. Dumps it down deep after taking a hit, and it'll be played by Temkin. Still no score in this game, not many shots for Friends Academy thus far. Icing is waved off. Flag down behind their own cage. Becker with 11 goals on the season. The winger back there will move it up ahead. And a turnover. Cresamani, top of the slot. Low shot, just missing wide. He's got a long stick, centering pass, couldn't get it to him. Here's a chance that gets blocked on an attempt from David Tell. And that fires up the Friends Academy fans.
Yeah, it's all about sacrificing your body, and what a great job Cutterback did in that situation, diving right in front and getting a piece of that shot.
And move the face-off to the right circle. Dylan, as I was mentioning before, Henry Stratfeld, who was a centerman, a first-line centerman, he broke his leg in the regular season finale against Rockville center Malvern, and then they're also missing John May. They're missing Bergman, Alex Bergman, who is another freshman winger. And many of these guys, while they're young and the bench is not very big, they have played vital roles in this team's success this season. Playing a tougher schedule where they will go outside of this league. Trying to play some prep teams. They actually faced 5 this year. Nice skating ability on the far side of the rink from Phoebish, but he'll lose the puck. And it's taken back and moved ahead by Fredrich. But here comes Evans, dangles in to the backhand. What a stop with the stick by Temkin.
I'll tell you, one, maybe too many moves.
Another chance in front, cleared back out. And Dworkin will get out of harm's way. And now go on a rush. Top of the circle, dumps a pass off. Here's Tell, shoots, save the rebound on the near side. Pitchforked back out, but kept in, deflection, they score! It was Dworkin. So at 6:57, Max Dworkin gets Syosset on the board first. And boy, oh boy, how important is that first goal for the Braves? Bridgewood will flag it down back in his own end. An outlet pass right onto the tape of Cody Johnston. But don't forget about the save by Temkin. If it wasn't for his stop, this could have been a 1-0 game the other way. Well, guess what? After helter-skelter and a good outlet pass, it turns into a tally for the Braves. Top of the slot, and the shot will be grabbed by Barakat after the release right off of Leviton's twig.
Yeah, Dan, the officials came over, as they do with the goal scoring, and they actually gave it a tortie, but you had a great vantage point of it.
Well, Torty did take the initial shot, so give him the assist.
And they also gave an assist to Cresamani.
So 28-20 with helpers. The goal will go to Dworkin. Catone gets dumped to the ice, and for the first time in this game, we will have a power play. Well, check that, excuse me, it was Della Fera, number 88, who was over there right below the goal line in that far corner.
It's a cross-checking minor. So first power play for either team.
So at 7:50 cross-checking, they've been working a lot on special teams, especially lately. Because of their speed, they know they're going to draw penalties, and then seeing Levittown, they knew they would end up getting some opportunities with a team that loves to throw to body, sometimes a little undisciplined. From the point, Max Evans, far half wall, cross-ice pass, gets it back to Catone. Plays catch with Evans, the bomb away, and it'll be stopped by Temkin.
Man, Temkin was able to see that one all the way through. No bodies in front, so a clear vantage point for him to make that save.
Evans and Catone man the points with Hartog, Phoebish, and Dillmeyer. Sticked into the near corner after the faceoff. Torty will try and move it along, and it'll be flipped out to the other end of the sheet by Max Dworkin, the goal scorer. Max Evans, by far the best player on this team, glides ahead. The senior gets cut off in the middle of the ice, but then gains the blue stripe. Top of the right circle, here's Evans. Low shot missing wide. Hartog couldn't get to the biscuit first, and Dworkin will skate it ahead down the right wing. Just angles it to the far corner, a smart play.
Yeah, Dan, how many times you see that? You miss wide of the far post. That puck always seems to find its way outside of the offensive zone.
Catone, cross ice pass. Here's Evans, top of the left circle now. Shoots right into the breadbasket of Temkin. Temkin so good being lateral. Just such a quick goaltender and a guy who also has size in between the pipes.
Yeah, and he's the guy, you know, again, we spoke about the two goaltenders in this one for a good reason. They are two of the best, certainly in Nassau County.
Droz wins the faceoff. But Friends will turn the puck over, and Cresamani the other way. A travel player who throws a puck on net, spilt out in front, and then stays with it. Evans' little dump pass is now there's under a half minute remaining in this first man advantage. And cleared down the sheet.
Yeah, Cresamani's a guy who's been on the score sheet all year long for the Braves. Every big result they've had, he's found a way to get a couple goals, some helpers as well.
Popped up into the air, trickles around a couple of times, moved back out to the neutral zone, and Cresamani will rip it down the ice, and that will end the first power play. So 0 for 1 is Friends Academy. Kept in at left point, good play by Jeff Miller. Moves back out to the center of the ice, and then Shabab will work it out of harm's way. An outlet pass to Miller, down the right wing, and will flip it down. It rings around the boards to the far side, flagged down by J.D. Anderson. Ryan Peck, a member of the Brave system for about 7-8 years now, throughout the middle school ranks, but turns it over. And Evans will be offside, got the shot off, and frustrated also at the call.
That was a good call. It was on the outside. It was Becker who was just a step in front.
And Friends has played in so many close games this year, grueling battles. Some have turned into ties, which have gotten them points. Remember, that 3, 4, 5 spot really only decided by a point or two. As Plain Edge worked their way in, coming on late in the season. That's what got them actually to the playoffs. But otherwise, these close games, including coming back against Levittown, Hicksville, when they were down 5-0 to tie the game and end in an 8-8 draw, that's one of those points that means so much.
Yeah, sorry, Dan, that experience is huge, especially in a game like this that you expect to be a tight check and close game.
Yeah, talking to Syosset, he said beating Levittown, that felt good for him. A player in this league himself, by the way, who played at Manhasset because Friends did not have a program at the time. His last high school hockey game, a loss to Levittown. Tell will take the face off of Phoebich. Won cleanly by the Friends Academy center. Sticking to the corner by Temkin. First one to it, Shabab. Moved up ahead, Dworkin. Gets the puck on his twig, backhand pass, which is a no-looker, doesn't get there. Somehow gets the rubber back, stays with it, backhand, and I'm not sure if that was stopped or just missed the cage, Dylan.
Yeah, no, I think it took a deflection in front, never got to the goaltender.
A pass goes behind Sobel. Cresamani, 3-on-3 the other way, down the left wing, pulls the string, and it'll be stopped by Barakat. Barakat, another quick-moving goalie.
And he's a guy, too, that we've seen. That puck is coming off his pad and just dying in front of him. He's not allowing any of those juicy rebounds for Syosset.
He's one of the 5 players who had experience playing in the championship game just 2 years ago. Dworkin, backhand chance, misses wide left. Seems really likes that backhand lately. Canceled out back in the middle of the ice, and then throwing the body is Cutterback. We haven't seen a lot of hits so far in this game. Cresamani, fans on the first attempt, stays with it, gets the puck back, and now dispossessed behind the cage. Catone moves it ahead to Max Evans. Here he comes, flying down the right wing, shoots, and it'll be sticked up, popped actually over the net, and out to the near side of the sheet.
Yeah, some lively end boards there that nearly cost the Braves.
David Tell. Here comes the co-captain with speed to the backhand. Couldn't control it. Goes straight into the boards hard, and a whistle will come. Looks like he just lost an edge as he went in there. It's a tough play.
Yeah, might have tripped over Barakat's pad, and those are some big pads as well as he was trying to make his move towards the cage.
2:14 to play here in the opening period, a 1-0 lead. The goal from Dworkin, deflection. Friends Academy, again, they are the home team here in game 2, so they do have last change. Face-off won by Leviton. Mishandled by Torty. Turns it over. Shot misses wide off of Becker's twig. Miller shuffles a pass behind the net as Bridgewood will try and move the biscuit ahead. Gets taken out of the play, but somehow just misses a pass back out into the middle of the ice. Flipped along, but out of the reach of Phoebich. And the Braves, back in their own real estate, can settle it down. Backhand pass. Does not find a target. Catone in his own end of the ice. Tries to pass out of the middle of the sheet. Levitan read it the entire way. Back to the point. Friedrich, the shot gets blocked. Flying ahead, it's Becker. Shuffled out on the far side of the rink. And offside will be called. So $1:14 to play here in the first period. On that 1-0 lead for Syosset. And again, when they were down back in game number 1, I'm talking to Jeff Sumzik, he was saying to me, every one of those guys, just the camaraderie that this group has, they looked each other in the eye and said, we're winning this thing. And they did. Off the faceoff went Anderson to the backhand, scores! J.D. Anderson, and a 2-0 lead late in the first.
Oh, what a move as well by Anderson. That comes straight off the faceoff. Some nice dangles and a quality celly to boot.
Goal comes at 13:52 of this opening period. So now Friends Academy playing down 2. and down 1-0 in this series. Evans moves down the left side, puts on the brakes, kept in and angled to the near corner by Dillmeyer with under a minute to play in the opening frame. Bridgewood, good pass, tape to tape. J.D. Anderson down the left wing, lowers the shoulder and gets pinched up into the boards. A chance on the left of the cage by Peck. Surveying the ice, trying to move it ahead. And kept back in by Syosset onside. Delafero with just under a half minute to play. Tries to move it out of his own end. And Anderson read the pass. Cross ice pass, Cresamani shoots, stopped. Second chance, fans on it. And it coming hard is Fournell. Loose in front. What a save. Barakat moving quick to his left and robbing Syo.
Yeah, it looks like it was DePaul who came out in front, and skating in front of me right now is Anderson. He can't believe that the Braves didn't add another goal here late in the first.
Now, he was deep in his net. I think that was what they were arguing. That's what I was waiting for, the signal. Well, either way, 15 minutes are in the books. And it's the Syosset Braves up 2-0 over Friends Academy. We'll be back with more second period here in the Liberty Division Championship, game number 2, only on News 12 Varsity.
Who will rise higher, dunk harder, and go farther? The playoffs are here. Tune to News 12 Varsity all postseason long.
The town of Oyster Bay Rink, Dan Severino, Dylan Butler, Josh Drebsky. Thanks so much for joining us here on News 12 Varsity. It's a 2-0 lead for Syosset over Friends Academy here, game number 2 of the Liberty Division Championship. Well, Dylan, Levittown getting knocked out last game. First time in 4 years they haven't been in the title game. But these are two teams, and I think kind of showing everyone else in the rest of the league, it's time to turn a little bit of the tide here and start to turn the page. There's plenty of good competition.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not a 1 or 2 team league. And hey, look, we even saw that with some up-and-coming teams too, right? With Valley Stream, and what a great first year of varsity hockey they had. Plain Edge, of course, that great run to the postseason.
Tell on the 3-on-2. Here comes the trailer. Dworkin misses wide. Wow, he gripped and ripped that shot. Tell gets the puck back, shoots low, sticked into the near corner by Barakat. And now Evans will glide up ahead. Stick check in the middle of the ice will slow down the rush. Well, plenty of speed, Dylan, to start off this second period. And if you look at the Quakers right now, again, this is still a group, very young, plenty of younger players. But they also have hopes that maybe in the future of getting themselves to the next level, higher level, as being one of only the private schools. Portledge is the only one on Long Island that actually is strictly private and can play a prep league schedule. They're hoping to maybe get there one day.
Yeah, and they do also play them every year, of course, in the same area, North Shore, Long Island. So obviously Portledge, as we saw earlier this year, I mean, just absolutely loaded with talent. Such a terrific team, Division I athletes, and it's good to want to be that if you're friends, and that's certainly what Syosset and his staff are doing.
Moved out to the near side of the rink. Becker has it caught between his feet, just tries to shuffle one ahead, will regain the puck, shoot high, and it's sticked into the netting. So that will bring us a whistle 92 seconds into period 2.
And I'll tell you, how vital is this next goal now? Certainly you mentioned the youth of Friends Academy. Their talent is evident, but they can't afford to certainly go behind by 3 goals to Syosset. So next one, absolutely massive.
And the 3 meetings total this season, including the playoffs. 5-3 win, game 1 for Syosset. 4-1 win, the second one for Syosset. And then the game 1 of the finals here was a 5-2 victory for the Braves once again. Icing was the call. We'll bring it down to the right circle. And you see the style of play of both of these teams. They love to use speed, Friends Academy. But on the other side, it's really that chip and chase game that works so well. Right now, they're using their speed. Middle of the ice, here's a shot from Peck. And it'll be covered up by Barakat. Well, let's get back to the championship game for both of these groups. That is huge. Neither team qualified for the playoffs a year ago after finding themselves in county finals in each of their respective divisions 2 years ago. Here's a blast from Anderson. Doesn't reach the cage. Second chance, loose in front, and Peck bangs it home. It's 3-0.
Yeah, Barakat did what you wanted him to do. He made that first save. Peck, as you mentioned, races in, gets the rebound, and that all-important third goal goes the way of the Braves. So for Peck now, a goal and an assist on the game. He assisted on Anderson's goal with 1:08 left in the first period.
A senior who has been so vital to this team's success. And it was actually the loss they had in the middle of the season. Well, really late. Second to last regular season game for Syosset. Here's another chance. Dworkin, rebound. Cresamani, he got robbed by Barakat. Here we go the other way. 3-on-2. Catone shoots. And flashing a leather on the Drosh attempt was Temkin.
Yeah, I tell you, Dan, we're certainly seeing, if it wasn't before the game, maybe what was said in the first intermission here for Syosset, they're getting hard to the net in this second period, getting those rebounds that, and again, you know, Barakat's making that first save, but and they're not juicy rebounds at that. They've got to get to the cage hard, and that they've done that in a big way here early on.
That is their style of hockey. And neither team hits as much as Levittown, but really, who does?
Charlestown Chiefs, maybe?
I was going to say Long Beach, but that's another good guess. Along the far half wall, here's Tell, and he tries the centering pass, which is moved out to the near corner. Fredrich to Dworkin. Little saucer pass trying to find Tell. Works to get the puck back. Good stick work. And then the body will try and shield off a check, but it's moved back out to the neutral zone.
And now the hitting starting to pick up on both sides. And a whistle comes. We've got a slash. So the intensity pop starts boiling over. It results in the first penalty for the Quakers.
Drosh, the sophomore, first-year player for them. He will end up taking the slashing call at 3:22 here of the middle frame. And the first time we'll see the Syosset power play. Peck, who was one of the captains and Dillon's I was trying to mention before, when they won it 2 years ago, they graduated 14 seniors the very next season. They were able to rebuild, and you see what it is. And Jeff Sumzik was telling me, you know, these two seniors, they're different kind of leaders. Peck is the quiet guy, knows what needs to be done, no questions asked. Tell, pretty much that, but he's putting up the points. And you see why he has a goal and an assist tonight in Peck.
Big open ice hit on the other side, Levitan.
Fornell missing the net wide. Kept in as Fornell will pinch up. Bounces around a couple of times, gets a bump as he's dumped to the ice by Fredrich. An outlet pass misses, looking for Peck on the far wing. No icing will be called. And a good hit the other way by Della Fera. And play will stop.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the official lost track of where the puck was.
It will be a hand pass.
A hand pass.
Signal coming a little bit late, so we apologize for the delay. But a minute 13 left here in this power play, the first one today for Syosset. And again, that 3-0 lead for the Braves, which came on 2 goals in the first and 1 here in period number 2. Cresamani working it down the near wing. Lost control and gains the rubber back. Angles to the far corner, trying to find Torti. Changes direction, back out to Tell on the near side of the ice. Cresamani, the drive, missing high and wide. Moved back to the point, but Bridgewood already had to stand back in a neutral zone with pressure coming. So that will bring them on a delay offside and send it back deep.
Yeah, great job by Hartog to pressure the point, force the puck out of the blue line.
Coteau tries to work out of danger. A dangerous pass up the middle of the ice, which is kept in nearly by Bridgewood. He slows down to rush the other way, but Max Evans, with 20 seconds remaining on this shorthanded kill for him, will glide ahead down the left wing. Takes a couple stick checks, still controls the rubber, draws a penalty in the process, and that is what he does so well. So we'll cancel out the final 13 seconds of the Syosset power play.
And a slash is the call.
Timeout, Friends Academy. Remember, stay tuned after this game. It's game number 2 of our doubleheader, a rematch from last year's championship in the Michelino division. It's Belmore Merrick, who trail 1-0 in the series against Long Beach. Again, that's supposed to be a 7:45 puck drop. We'll see if that ends up getting pushed back. I have a feeling it'll end up being pushed back a little bit later, but we'll have all the action for you right here on News 12 Varsity.
Yeah, Dan, I tell you, I already ran into Chris Patton, not even on site. I went to the Dunkin' Donuts right down the street here, and where else would a guy from Boston be but Dunkin' Donuts? And he actually purchased my fantastic piping hot cup of hazelnut coffee. So thank you very much, Chris Patton. See what you missed?
I'm not a Dunkin' Donuts guy. Sorry,
yeah,
Chris.
That's right. You're right.
You know I'm not a big fan. It's coffee. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 13 seconds as Cresamani sits in the box. And then a minute 47 of power play time for Friends Academy, who really needs to at least light the lamp here in the middle frame if they want to come back. They have comeback ability. We know that. They'll lose the faceoff. Good outlet pass. The two-liner to DePaul. Pell cutting towards the cage. Couldn't get his stick on it. 4-on-4 is up. Back to power play time. The second one today for Friends Academy. Catone. The drop pass. Didn't reach Phoebish in time. And somehow the puck trickles towards the net, and Temkin can cover.
Man, now you see a minute 34 in this power play. So important for the Quakers just to get that one and get themselves back in this one.
Phoebish with the win after the tie-up. Back to center point. We'll move to Evans. Cross-ice pass to the near wall. And there's going to be a penalty coming, as it was Frederich who lost his stick. And we'll see if there's a slash or an interference. But it'll be Hartog heading over to the sin bin. Slashing is the call. So that cancels out that power play after just 21 seconds. So at 5:43, now we're going to play 86 seconds of 4-on-4. A face-off win, they got it to the shooting circle, but Johnston's attempt was stopped. Cross-ice pass, backhander just missing wide off of Leviton's twig, but he gets the rebound back and buries the goal. It's 4-0 Syo. So at 5:55, Leviton's goal on 4-on-4 after the Hartog penalty, which wiped out their power play, gives the Braves their largest lead of this entire series.
Yeah, credit Johnson with the assist for Syosset.
Down the right wing, Catone tries to circle around the cage. Good stick check. Will work it off of his blade. And now an outlet pass and another beauty up the far side of the sheet. Johnston looks to center in front, trying to get to Miller. That was stopped before it reached him. This stretch pass will not end up reaching Max Evans. D to D. 30 more seconds of 4-on-4 time. And an icing. So 8:19 to go here in the middle frame. And in the last couple of minutes, Dylan, this has really been all Syosset capitalizing on mistakes, capitalizing on turnovers. Gunnar Esiason saying this morning to me, we have to play a perfect game if we're going to be able to beat Syosset.
Yeah, and they're getting those rebounds that, as you said, that's Syosset hockey. And they're playing it really well right now.
I'm talking to other teams in this Liberty division who have seen Syo. They were saying the same exact thing. They are clearly the best team in the entire Liberty. No question about it. But plenty of talent who can match them. Shot trickles right off the glove of Bearcat. And now the forecheck can continue for J.D. Anderson. Gets away from one check. Loses the puck, somehow corrals it back, and now dispossessed and cleared all the way down. Again, this will be a 25-second power play for Syosset. Hip check by Phoebus stops Cresamani. Cut it back, moving to the far side of the rink. And turns it over. Dworkin down the right wing, stops at the top of the right circle, looking to feather a pass across. Tell gets it back, pulls the string, and misses wide. Dworkin in the far corner. Surveys, shoots, scores! Second of the game, a power play goal. Well, it might end up being 5-on-5 because Friends Academy coming out of the box just at the very end, the tail end of that short power play. But either way, a 5-0 lead.
So Dan, officially you give it to Dworkin, his second. Cresamani with the assist. Goal coming with 7:11 left in this second period.
And the Braves look to continue to pile it on. Goes right off of the body of Lundberg and almost into the short corner of the net. A yard sale on the far side of the ice. Cleared off the boards, but not out. And now they're going to say it actually crossed the blue line back to the neutral zone. So we'll end up having a face-off back out in the middle of the ice. Well, this continues our busy week of hockey championships. We have the Menin and the Gordon Cup upcoming. New Jersey hockey. It'll be Thursday and Friday night. Lou Brogno will have all the action for you right here on News 12 Varsity.
Yeah, I was going to be at the Gordon Cup.
You made a decision.
And then game one of the Catholic finals is happening at Dix Hills at 6 o'clock on Friday, so I will stay local.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what you can end up doing with that. That's a tough decision to make.
Well, you know what? What I'll do, and this is one of the beauties, I think, of what we do, right, and what we have to offer, is I will be at Dix Hills at the St. Anthony's game, and I will have on my phone on the News 12 Varsity app the Gordon Cup final.
Very smart.
Right?
Yeah, that's the fourth consecutive year now that Chaminade and St. Anthony's meets for the championship. Here's Jeff Miller on a 3-on-1. Tries to feed a pass right around. Catone couldn't get it to him.
Great job by Catone. That's not easy to do on a 3-on-1 because you've got to make a decision at some point whether you play the puck, the man, and he did a phenomenal job.
Lively boards keeping this play alive. Kept in at left point by Andrew Hartog. The sophomore moves it down behind the net. Shabab throws the body, and then they'll come away with the puck, but not all the way out. Hartog slides it one more time, and another feed. So we'll go to Sobel. Tries to spin off a check, loses the puck. Taken back by Shabab, back to the twig of Zobel. Centering pass to the top of the blue paint, will not reach his intended target.
And Dan, you mentioned the Catholic final, and I got to tell you, just a day ago, get to that point in a second.
To the backhand, looking 5-hole was Anderson.
Yeah, a bit of a dangle for Anderson trying to get another goal here, but I tell you what, that game yesterday, Chaminade, Iona, one of the best games I've seen all year. The tension was high, of course, the game 3. It goes to overtime, it goes to a shootout. Patrick Castro, the Iona Prep goalie, 46 saves in the game. He was
incredible.
Absolutely outstanding.
Just incredible numbers.
Then how about Trevor Radin? He scores, he breaks his stick. The final seconds of overtime, doesn't have another one on the bench, and he's one of the shooters for the shootout. So, ask a teammate, gets his stick, scores the goal.
Somebody keep that stick.
Yeah, right?
4 minutes to go here in the second period. A 3 spot on the board for Syosset. Anderson flying down the left wing, lowers the shoulder again. They're gonna have to bring a second guy over to help out, and it works very well. Catone up the middle of the sheet, gains the blue stripe, cross ice pass, the drive, and Evans just missed. The ricochet went right past Catone.
Yeah, if Catone was able to corral that puck, that's behind the goalie, that's in the net.
That's a lively board that works as a disadvantage for them. Tell, but they'll be offside. So 3:26 remaining here in the second period. And Syosset this season, you know, obviously losing the second game, the second to last game of the year, that woke up a lot of eyes, and that really woke up a lot of guys in this team that any given night they can drop a contest. And it proves it once again.
Yeah, I mean, that you kind of want, right? Those games like that, and you know, I think as a coach, you know, look, there's the allure of a perfect season, and that's great. An undefeated year, awesome, right? But sometimes as a coach, I think you like that late regular season loss, because as you said, it becomes a wake-up call.
And that's what Sumzik said. Low shot coming from Cresamani's blade. Another chance until misses wide. That's what he was saying, you know, that really kind of showed maybe the guys are playing a little bit too loose. Shows the competitive balance in this league. Cresamani. Low shot, doesn't get it. Tell gets the puck back, spins, fires, and buries the goal. 6-0. So at 12:31, it'll be David Tell's first.
Man, that'll be an unassisted goal with all the swipes on the rebound, 6-0, and everything going Syo's way. I'll tell you what, if you're Syosset, I think you lobby the league to make sure next time you're in a county final, you play it at the Town of Oyster Bay rink, because this is the same location they were when they swept Long Beach a couple years ago in the Michelino.
And it's something that not many teams have done, sweep Long Beach. Far side, Max Evans. The Singer shoots, kick save, and a beauty from Temkin. Jeff Miller gains the blue line. Surveys the ice, tries the dump pass. Good defensive play by Dillmeyer, the sophomore winger. Levitin works around one defender, couldn't get past the second. And Evans will glide up the middle of the ice. 3-on-2, shoots, and it's a rebound back out to the slide. Dillmeyer couldn't get to the puck. Sandwiched into the boards on the far side of Jeff Miller. Yeah, offside, it's going to be delayed.
No, delay penalty. It was a high hit. It looked like a no, I think you're right.
Dillmeyer spins out of a check, gets some space. Shoots and misses wide. That was Drosh.
I'll tell you, I really thought that saw a hit up high into the head and saw the raising of the hand, but you're right, that was for a delayed offside.
Catone. Right onto the blade of Becker. Breakaway. What a play from behind. That came from Curtis Torty. And now a chance the other way, missing wide, is Seth Friedman.
Yeah, it looked like a sure breakaway, and fantastic job breaking that one up.
The drop pass. Here's Phoebish. Shoots, and it'll be a glove stop. So, under 30 seconds to play here in the second. 4 goals here in the second period by Syosset. And a 6-0 lead in a series they already lead 1-0. I always say whoever ends up winning this second game in Nassau County hockey definitely has the momentum going into which would be a mini game.
Well, that was my thought process when I sat with Amanda Puglisi, and she forced me to pick a winner of the Michelino final.
Yeah, I heard you chose against Long Beach, so you're not going to be very welcome down there at your favorite spots like Bricks and Barley. Down the left wing, here's J.D. Anderson, gets some space, shoots off the post, and the rebound is put home. Larry Bialik. It's 7-0 with 0.7 of a second remaining in the second. Bialik did not score a goal during the regular season, and he has one here in Game 2 of the finals.
Yeah, you credit Anderson with the assist, and what a day he has had as well.
Pretty much a ceremonial drop of the puck to end the middle period.
Yeah, we've seen those here.
That we have. So 7-0 lead after 30 minutes in the books. We'll be back in the third period, only on News 12 Varsity.
The love, yeah, it's in our souls. The passion, it's in the cheers. And in that pivotal moment, we live and die with every pass, block, steal, and game-winning dunk. And we wouldn't want it any other way. Don't miss a minute. Download the News 12 Varsity app today.
The lead is 7-0 as we begin period number 3. Syosset up over Friends Academy here through a game and now 2 periods of the finals in the Liberty Division. Dan Severino, Dylan Butler, Josh Drefty, thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening. And again, it is Wednesday, meaning one thing, Dylan. We get a chance to watch morning skate.
Yeah, had a jam-packed show. You know who we had in studio today?
I do, but why don't you tell the audience?
We had Adam Bohm, who I have to apologize to on the air because for some crazy reason I said Adam Baum a couple times.
Oh, come on.
I know. It's Bohm like Dome. He's taught us that. And also Anthony Bernardo, both of Smithtown Hauppauge, the 2-time Suffolk County, or back-to-back Suffolk County champions.
And the reigning New York State champions as well. Here's Evans, the big blast inside the blue line. Way out in his crease is Jake Temkin. I've told Bohm plenty of times I would love for him to join me as one of the analysts in any game that we called. Today would have been a good one if the studio was closer to this rink, but it happens.
He was good though.
Bernardo, what a heck of a series he had. Big stop by Temkin. Robin Phoebish. Wow. Oh, he's been doing that all season, Dylan.
Certainly has, and at this point, you know, with 7-goal lead, you know he's thinking about what could happen in 14 minutes time, so he makes sure he makes a big save there.
Cutting towards the slot to Paul. Loose in front, jamming at it, stays out there, and I think it was a kick save with the left pad by Barakat as Anderson had a couple of good pokes.
I'll tell you what, the Braves just swarm the front of the net. They'll get that first shot, and Barakat will make the save, but man alive, do they send numbers towards the net. It's so hard to get control of the puck.
Cross ice pass, takes a couple of hops, hard off the end boards. And now Fredrich will stay onside and glide down the left wing. Gets pinned up into the boards and moved ahead. Here's Becker. Shoots, and another glove stop by Temkin. Well, you heard Connor Phoebish yelling out at his boys inside of the huddle. They're down 7-0. Again, that is a big, big hole to climb now. But they have come back from big games in the past. And the one guy who's been in the program for about 7 years in Phoebish, giving it to his boys, the senior, who's been on this team since he was basically in middle school. Bilek couldn't get to the rubber. Here is Catone. Their blue liner skates so well, but he'll be sandwiched as he cuts towards the middle, gets the puck back, and will cut towards the slot. Stays with it, cross ice pass, couldn't hit his man. Good defensive play right on the doorstep, and that was keeping Michael Mead out of harm's way. Dillmeyer will flag it down back in his own end. Gains the red line, now the blue. Cuts towards the middle of the ice. Mead puts it off the side of the netting. And Fredrich will get the puck back, but not all the way out. Kept in. Evans now kept in by Hartog. Strong stick play. Evans staying with the puck. He'll go back out to the neutral zone. So it will be a delayed offside. Ripping it off the boards, hard around, and going after it was Fredrich.
You know, it's one of the most impressive things, I think, when you look down, Dan, at your score sheet, look at how many different goal scorers there are in this game.
Big hit in the middle of the ice. Leviton sending Evans to the sheet. Yeah, Dylan, you are right. I mean, Dworkin has 2 goals. Outside of that, plenty of different scorers. Tell has a goal. Bilek has a goal. Anderson has a tally. Leviton has a tally. I mean, the list goes on and on. 7 goals on 6 different goal scorers.
And that's production you're getting from across your lines.
So it makes this team so impressive, the depth they have. Not many high school teams can run 3 solid lines. Well, they do so. Miller staying with the play. Will lose the biscuit back out to the middle of the sheet. Hard play by Phoebish. Phoebish, get into the puck. Fires, missing high. Towder jabbing at it along the near wing. Good battle with Torty. Change directions, now behind the net after a hit that was thrown by Bridgewood. Fornell. Phoebish couldn't turn and fire. And staying up into the plays, Fornell. Nice pinch. Skied into the air, will actually hit the netting on the far side of the rink, and that will bring us a whistle. Less than 5 minutes in to this third period. A 7-0 lead for Syosset, and plenty of good saves by Jake Temkin.
Yeah, so they've got 6 different goal scorers and a goaltender in Temkin who's pitching a shutout. That's a pretty good balanced day for the Braves.
Syosset controlled most of game number 1, and they have controlled most of the opponents they have seen this season. It's just been the dedication that stands out really the most. Here's Dillmeyer. Good stick check one more time, and it will be Shabov who got his twig on the puck. It's just the hard work, the dedication. I mean, yes, you can say they're all cliches, but This is really what this team is about. This is what this group is about. Really, the camaraderie is what stands out the most, and they have the talent to boot.
Yeah, you need that, obviously. The talent is important, but without a doubt, I think when you make a run like Syosset has done, you do need all those added ingredients you mentioned.
Fornell flying up ahead, shoots, missing wide, stays with the play. Evans to Fornell, still in the slot, cut it back, trying to move it to the point. Here's Dillmeyer. Evans surveys the ice, tries to feed a pass down low, couldn't get it to cut it back. Dillmeyer looking, now Evans gets free, shoots, but right into the chest of Temkin. Temkin a couple of years ago, a 5'4", thin, but his dedication has been just unbelievable. The guy who won't come off the ice until the Zamboni will force them off. That's the kind of player that Jake Temkin is. Torty tries to slide it off the boards. They'll get back into Friends Academy real estate. Riccatone will spin away and get some space. Stick handles up to the middle of the ice. The outlet pass jumps right over the blade on the far side of Ethan Sobel, one of the core freshman players for this group. Drosh shoots. Easy glove stop by Temkin. He just looks so big in the net, Dylan, especially when he's coming all the way out on his crease.
Yeah, he does a great job cutting his angles down as well. And look, if you're going to put one right in his glove like that, he'll make that save every day of the week.
Hartog's attempt pinballs around before it goes behind the net. Stick to stick, Cresamani. Lead pass to Tell. Puts on a burst of speed, will get to the puck behind the net. One hand on the stick, protecting. Down low, Dworkin already with 2 tallies, trying a little give and go, but it was broken up. Dworkin trying to find Cresamani. Catone cancels out that attempt, kept in right at the blue line by Bridgewood, and then worked around to the near side of the rink. 8 minutes to go here in the third period. This game really has been all Syosset, and any chance that Friends Academy had has been stopped by Temkin. Dylan, don't forget about back in that first period, right before the first goal was scored, Temkin with a beautiful save. This could have been a different game at this point.
Without a doubt, and we've seen a few situations.
Tell to the forehand. What a pretty goal by the co-captain. Second of the game, it's 8-0.
Yeah, that's one of those beauties, end to end. Second unassisted goal for Tell, so we still have those 6 goal scorers. Now there's 8 goals.
At 7:16 of the third period. Leviton, he's got a goal, looking for Miller on the right side of the ice. He'll change direction, now Cody Johnson pulls the string and parries a shot up high. Wow, from a near impossible angle. What a snipe.
You give Levitan an assist on the goal by Johnson.
Exactly 30 seconds later. So add a new goal scorer to that score sheet.
And what this is doing is delaying as the puck goes out of play, delaying the inevitable and delaying the start time of our next game.
A 9-0 lead now, 7:14 to go here in the third period. Well, the Syosset boys, they came into this season and they had a goal, win the league. They locked up the #1 seed on the very last day of the season. which actually, if they would have lost the game to Levittown, they wouldn't have been the #1 seed. That game, which was supposed to be broadcasted live on News 12 Varsity, got moved over to a couple of days later. Unfortunately, we were unable to go out and cover it after some maintenance issues over at the rink. But in that game that was played later on, we'll have a penalty upcoming. That game that was played later on, Dylan, Syosset just showed why they are still the team. They had that fight in them after losing the game prior. Got themselves another opportunity to clinch up that #1 seed. They wouldn't have to see Friends Academy in the semifinals. Instead, they saw Plainage. And now they're just 7 minutes shy of hoisting their second Nassau County championship. The penalty goes to Drosch. High sticking is the call. Oh for 2 on the power play is Syosset. But in that second one, which was a very shortened power play, just under 30 seconds, they did score just as it went back to 5-a-side hockey. Nearly as the Friends Academy player Hartog was walking out of the box. Short-handed opportunity, Dillmeyer stopped at the point. Catone spins away from a check. Shuffles a pass on the far side to Phoebish. Changing directions down the near side of the rink. Banging it hard off the boards, but kept in by Hartog. And now Catone will survey the ice. No icing, because remember, they are short-handed right now, even though it looked the complete opposite. Catone plays it off the boards, sends it towards the net. And Temkin will angle to the far side. You just see that crowd that begins to form on the far side of the rink.
I was about to say that to you. That's like a good, what, 8 or 9 deep, it seems like, by the door.
We're expecting a full house, especially for the next game. Till with 2 goals today. DePaul will lose it on the stick check. Flipped high into the air by Catone. Kept in, gets it back, and sends it down the sheet. Just about 10 ticks remaining on this power play. Bridgewood cross-ice pass. Takes a couple of hops and skips off the ice. And Max Evans, who has been hounded every time he has the puck, but has given himself some good chances, will fly down the left wing, lose the rubber, back out to the neutral zone, and following up is DePaul. Throws a hit as Delafero will get the rubber back. Cross-ice pass and go out of the reach. Remember, this is not the last game that Friends Academy will play, nor Syosset. Here's a chance for Tell, already with 2, just missing wide. Both teams have qualified for the state tournament and having a chance to obviously compete in the New York State Championship. That is really meaning something to get to that point.
And that's going to be right here as well. Well, not right here at the Town of Oyster Bay rink, but right here at Twin Rinks. Elbowing penalty.
So Bridgewood in the box for elbowing. Oh for 2 on the power play. And 4:23 remaining. A right circle faceoff. Cresamani and Phoebish. Won by Bilak, who came in to take the draw. And cleared all the way down. Okay, Dylan, when you look at that state tournament, obviously teams that are going to be right in the conversation, at least in Nassau County that we know of, Long Beach, Belmore, Merrick, those are 2 teams that could end up obviously winning a state title, but you have to put these 2 groups right up there, especially the way Syosset has shown they can play this year.
Yeah, but of course there's some great competition from the Buffalo area as well, so hockey is like walking for guys up in Buffalo. So they certainly always bring the high-end talent to that state tournament.
A turnover. Johnston undresses one, fires, and it'll be stopped. Bearcat has made some good saves today. Phoebish, the drop pass to Evans, a little bit too late, and read by Cresamani. Cresamani. Beginning of the season, a little tough for him to get some games in. He is a travel player. But one game that he ended up scoring 2 goals and they were down. Really, is their go-to guy, one of those extra scoring options for this team. And he has helped them get to this point. Off the boards, back out to the middle of the ice. Catone will move it to the far side. Still on the power play here for 10 more seconds. 2.5 minutes away from Syosset hoisting the Liberty Division crown. Can make sure you stay tuned. After the game, we'll have an interview with one of the victorious Braves, and this will end up being a penalty upcoming as Leviton got hit high. And it seems Dillmeyer will be the one to head over to the sin bin.
And my job here is to open the door, so I'll be right back.
The jack of all trades, Dylan Butler.
She's the other way. All right, I'm good. It's the door to our left.
Oh, so it will be Leviton with the high hit. Well, my mistake. Thought it was the other way around at first glance. Either way, Friends Academy heading back for a fresh 2 minutes on the power play with 2:18 to go. In a 9-0 game. Face-off won by Syosset. And Bridgewood just sending bodies to the ice. Hounded at the point. Fanning on a clear attempt. And all the way down the sheet. Again, it was supposed to be a 7:45 start time for our second game in the Michelino division. If I had to guess, make it closer to a little more than 8, as Max Evans buries a goal on the power play. It's now 9-1 with a $1:42 remaining, and there goes the shutout for Temkin. Evans there, Sidney Crosby, as Esiason called him this morning.
Surprised he used that reference. He's a big Ranger fan.
All still respects a talented player.
His dad wouldn't do that.
Fornell gains the blue line. Moved into the near corner. Minute 20 to go. Bridgewood hustling like it's still early on in the first period, and he just drew a penalty in the process, as now the rough stuff starts to pick up. Belmore Merrick fans and Long Beach fans really enjoy that one. So you know, with that air horn, which you will hear plenty of in about a half hour. And they just sent off like Larry Bilak. So as they continue to sort things all out, remember, Michelino Division next, the Menin Cup, Gordon Cup next 2 days, and really we're winding down in our high school hockey season. After this week, the big games of puck that remain are the New Jersey State Championships, the ones that we will be broadcasting live on News 12 Varsity.
We'll try to get these penalties in a moment.
So a couple come off the ice. J.D. Anderson will end up serving for 2 minutes. 1:09 remaining. It may be a lopsided score here in game number 2, but no matter what, you got to give some credit to Friends Academy. Only the 4th year of their program, second time, at least in the rebirth, second time they end up finding themselves in a championship game. And the future is very bright with plenty of youngsters, most of them being underclassmen. Temkin making another stop. He still will have another year to play for Syosset, only a junior. And that is remarkable to think. Syosset, from start to finish. The regular season, they were the best defensive team, holding opponents to just 26 goals throughout 14 regular season games. Here in game 2 of the championship, they have surrendered just 1. Evans will break out with a half minute to play. Quick shot, rebound chance, and Dillmeyer couldn't get to the biscuit. Sent down the length of the ice. 20 seconds to go. 15. Cresamani plays it off the boards. 3 seconds left. One more shot. Stop before it hit the D. And that's it. The Liberty Division champions in 2017, the Syosset Braves.
Well, they certainly earned that championship, and you know, sometimes there's upsets and Cinderella stories, but I think no one will question the fact these guys were the best team from the start of the season, right up until this game 2 win.
Only one hiccup. A loss that came late in the season. Otherwise, they have nearly been perfect. And for the second time in 3 years, they are champions here in Nassau County. 9-1 the final score. Syosset defeats Friends Academy to win the Liberty Division crown. We'll be back with more and talk to one of the victorious Syosset Braves in just a couple of moments. Next on News 12 Varsity.
Who will rise higher, dunk harder, and go farther? The playoffs are here. Tune to News 12 Varsity all postseason long.
Welcome back to News 12 Varsity. 9-1 the final score. Syosset is your Nassau County Liberty Division champions. We're here with the maybe the top netminder in the entire county and showing us why Jake Temkin. And Jake, first of all, second time you're winning a championship, first time you were between the pipes. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. You know, the first time I won it, I was behind a great goalie, Chase Canner, and I got to watch him play, and he really showed me. You know, he was calm when he played. You know, when I was a freshman, I still would have jitters, but he showed me to be calm. And this year, it's a great group of guys, and it feels amazing. I'm so excited.
Something that coaches said to me really all season for you guys, it's been the camaraderie. From the beginning of the year, you knew we want to win a title. What does it show about just the camaraderie? I know, obviously, everyone has the dyed hair. What's this all about?
You know, we're all best friends. You know, that's the key to a team. You know, if a team has a lot of skill and you know, you're not close, then you're not going to win. You know, we're all best friends. You know, in the hallway, we all get excited when we see each other in school, and it's just a surreal feeling, you know, to be with all your brothers and you win a championship.
For this group, I mean, they really didn't have many hiccups throughout the course of the season. Maybe just one or two little mishaps here or there. What does it show just about this group and how you're able to rebound from some of those issues and what's going on and coming back and winning a title?
You know, like I said before, since we're all best friends, we're all there for each other. And when someone messed up, someone was there to pat them on the back and say, you know what, hey, like, you're playing great, don't get down on yourself, you know. So all of the players on our team gave confidence to everyone. And that's one of the reasons why we were so good. It's because we all were, like I said, a group of brothers, and brothers don't let each other down. So we all picked each other up.
Well, today, I mean, everyone picked each other up. 7 different goal scorers, 9 goals in front of you. So obviously you're having to help there. I mean, what does it feel to be on the other side of the ice and seeing that red light flash?
I mean, as a goalie, I always know, everyone's on the other side of that, and I feel for the other goalie. He played great. He's in the regular season, he played amazing. When we played him last game, it was 0-0 at the end of the first one. They had no right being in it. He was the reason they were in it. So I give a lot of props to him. He played great throughout the series, and for all of us, you look at the score and you think, oh yeah, it was a blowout. We still had to play defense. We still had to play great, and all the guys on the team, we all battled and we all played great, and we never gave up.
Well, it's obviously not over for you guys. You can call yourself Nassau County champions. States are up next. What's it going to take to make a run in New York State?
Hopefully we just keep the mojo going. So I think we should all, if we keep picking each other up and we keep doing what we're doing, then I think we're going to do really well in states.
Group of brothers, and they want to keep that mojo going. Remember that one. Jake Temkin, our News 12 varsity player of the game, 9-1 the final score. Syosset victorious and your Liberty Division champions. That's going to do it for us here at News 12 Varsity. Many thanks to our entire crew. As always, my broadcast partner, Dylan Butler, and Josh Drepsky, our producer. I'm Dan Savarino saying thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Who will rise higher, dunk harder, and go farther? The playoffs are here. Tune to News 12 Varsity all postseason long.